and welcome back to episode 14 of Tina's Tea. I know it's been a while. I apologize for my absence. Well, I think it's only been like 2 weeks that I missed. But I. So, y'all know we had this huge freaking snowstorm here in New York City. It's still pretty not great outside, to be perfectly honest. But I was like hell bent on getting everything out as much as I could before the storm hit because I knew it was going to be a mess. And then I just got really busy with stuff and just, I don't know, sitting down in front of the camera and talking to y'all it just wasn't a priority. So I'm glad to be back though, and I missed y'all, and I hope you're all doing well out there. We're having a heck of a winter, but it's bound to happen every now and then, I suppose. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into all the parts of Tina's tea, like I usually do. So you will notice I am holding a bouquet of yarn here. You will also notice that my hair is a slightly different color. You guys, I tried to bleach out the red, and I figured because, actually, I think maybe even since the last time I saw you, it might have been within the last few weeks that I tried to over dye it with a dark ash blonde to take care of the red, and that didn't work. So then I said, well, let me just bleach it. I don't know if you guys have ever used Manic Panic, their 40% bleach. You could literally bleach the night sky with that stuff, and it will take out the color. I mean, you'd probably get like a dark orange or whatever if you tried to bleach the sky. However, you will notice I still have pink bits, which thankfully I don't take my hair that serious. I don't care. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I'm not going to win any beauty contests. I'm not trying to find a man, so I don't really care. It's just kind of like a fun adventure in color, but I think surprisingly, for a happy accident, it came out pretty nice, so I'm not complaining. The nice thing is that I have this beautiful shade of pink, and it's not going to fade. It's not like I dyed it pink and now it's going to wash out. I mean, that clearly, I think this pink is like part of my DNA at this point. I don't even know. So, anyway, it's going to look like this for a while. Spoiler alert. Until probably like a month from now when I bleach it again, and then it'll probably just be a lighter pink. It's been like 20 years now, literally 20 years that I've been messing with my own hair. And I still get surprises. It's amazing. Speaking of coloring surprises, it happens on yarn too sometimes. So I have, I believe, 3 of these are Wild Card Wednesdays. One of these is just something I wanted to do on my own, and one of these is February's Patreon yarn. So let's get into this. We have, this was a Wild Card Wednesday from a few weeks ago. I don't know if I showed this one already. I think I did, actually. You guys have seen that Ain't No Fishing Boat, or that Weren't No Fishing Boat. Okay, whatever. That's Vidania. This one is Snarkle Snarkle. This is new in the shop. This is, I envisioned this as being a real sister skein to Dreamer because it starts with the same navy blue base and the same technique. But I did put the swatches together, and they're kind of like sisters who don't really get along, but maybe they could get along. They're kind of like frenemies. I don't know. I might do like a little swatch with the two of them striped together and see how that goes. I think because Dreamer has warmer tones, that kind of affects the navy blue base. But it's still really pretty regardless. Also, fun fact, it's not out yet, but it will be out at some point soon. Our dear Liz Clothier designed a hat with this yarn, so be on the lookout for that. It's really cute. It's got hearts on it, and I look forward to knitting it. So anyway, we also have, here, let's do this one. This is Jaded. This is in the shop. This was last week's Wildcard Wednesday. And it's very zen and calm and beautiful colors. I almost named it Sea Glass, but then I thought to myself, when I think of sea glass, I think of like a deeper kind of emerald green. But then literally just before I started recording, I saw this beautiful sea glass pendant, and it was this exact color. But regardless, it's called Jaded, it's in the shop, and it's a beautiful tonal green. And it is jade. It is absolutely jade. Undeniably jade. We have red clay halo. You would not believe this has emerald green in it, but it does. This was also a Wild Card Wednesday. And it's a beautiful, rich, earthy color. Really grounding and calming, and I think it'll make a lovely anything that you set your mind to, because I think it's also just a really flattering color. I mean, I could wear it if okay. If I can wear it, I'm pretty sure like anybody can wear it because there's just a lot of colors that don't look good on me. So I think if I could wear it, you could wear it. Beautiful, beautiful color. Very not quite it's a little spicy to be counted as a neutral, but it's still beautiful. And last but not least, we have February's Patreon yarn, which looks really washed out here. It's quite a bit more intense than this in real life. It's a really saturated, lush, magenta, hot, fiery, neon red with black, and it's beautiful. So if you are a top tier Patreon person and you have not yet told me what base you want, please do get in touch and let me know. I do post on Patreon every month, but Patreon is just like, it's a pain in the butt, and I don't know if like people get the emails. Like, if you are getting the emails, please let me know that you're getting the emails and respond to them. If you're not getting the emails, if they go to spam, like let me know also. I'm going to also post on Instagram, I guess. I mean, I posted it on Twitter. I really would like to not have to hunt people down to ask them what base they want. So if you are seeing this and you have not responded to the Patreon post, please do let me know so I don't have to hunt you down. I mean, I don't mind hunting you down. It's not like there's so many of you, but still. Do let me know. Okay, so that's it for the yarns I've dyed. As far as stuff that I've knitted, I did, drum roll, I did finally finish my Shark Week socks. So they are very cozy. I'm actually wearing them right now, as a matter of fact. So that's pretty cool, I guess. But because I finished those, that means naturally that I was able to... I don't even know where I put everything. I was finally able to start those socks with the yarn that Liz sent me. Self-striping yarn, which I was very excited to start playing with. So as you can see, these are fraternal twins. They are not identical twins, but they are still very cute, and they're going to be very stripy and lovely. And fun fact, I didn't realize this at first because it just, I mean, the label was just very much like sock yarn, but I realized before I started knitting, this is actually sport weight. And the minis that I'm using for the heels and toes is fingering weight. Did I change anything? No. I am literally just, I went from fingering weight to sport weight, and I don't care, and they'll be fabulous, and that's that. That's my sock knitting philosophy. I will wear them until they wear out. I will patch them, and I will keep wearing them, and I will love them forever and ever. So there we go. As far as other projects go, I don't think have I, I don't know if I showed this one. I have, I may have shown it. This is my fasting shawl. I only work on this shawl when I'm fasting. I actually owe, I owe myself another row on here because I did fast a couple days ago and just didn't have the time to work on it. But it's got spines, it's got beads down the spine, a whole variety of beads. There's 3 different kinds of beads. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it in this light. Really fun silk yarn. It's really soft. I dyed this, I think back in like 2020, and just didn't really use it. But the dye that I used, I think, was just like a leftover mishmash of dyes from whatever I was dyeing, and I just didn't want to waste dye, so I was just like, hey, let me just stick a skein of silk in there, and I got this beautiful silvery green. So it's very soft, it's very lovely, it's a lot of fun to work with. And I should definitely fast more because I am a fatty boombalati and I could use it. So it would also be nice to finish the shawl. That was the beads. In case you just heard that, I'm sure you did because it's right near the microphone. What else I've been working on is, of course, my I don't have stitch stoppers on here. I've been working on my awesome acrylic sweater. Now, I know I've mentioned a whole bunch of times that I suck at math. Somehow it always still surprises me when I suck at math. So I'm doing the pattern, right? And did I put a marker for it? I did. Okay, I put this locking marker here, and I thought to myself, okay, I did the math in my head, and I'm like, okay, you only need 14 more increases, and then you could split for the sleeves. Good thing I double checked when I got to 14 increases, because I count my sleeve stitches and I'm like, girl, you're off by like 10 frickin' rounds. So anyway, I am not quite up to splitting for the sleeves. However, it's very pretty and it's very sparkly. And if Groucho could stop trying to eat the Lurex, that would be fantastic. However, she seems to have a fetish for sparkly stuff as much as I do, except I don't try to eat it, so we're a little different that way, I guess. I just like to knit with it. I do not want to put it in my mouth. But yeah, I realized, oh, I got something sticking out here. Oh, there's like a, did somebody stick her claws in my sweater in an effort to eat the shiny stuff? Perhaps we will never know. I realized, because I'm almost done with the third skein and there were only 5 skeins in that bag, I was like, oh snap, I better order more. So I did order more yarn. That's coming soon. I might need like the whole 10 skeins for that, because in my defense, okay, yes, I know I just told you I'm very bad at math. I could not do the math for this sweater because they don't tell you how many yards are in the skein. It's Temu yarn, for anybody who forgot or didn't watch that video. They're just like, 5 rolls of yarn and it's this many grams, and they don't even tell you like what weight it is, so you can't even like approximate. I assumed it was just like plain worsted. It's not. It's like, it's a heavy worsted. It's probably Aran weight. So what are you going to do? Anyway, ordered more. It's coming. I will definitely be able to get that finished. I have not yet started my dream sweater make-along sweater, although I did wind 3 skeins of yarn for it. And I did plan on starting it, but I've just been so freaking busy. A lot of shop work to do. So I decided to, when I did get a little bit of knitting time, I've been putting my energy into stuff that was already started. Except for one more crazy, ridiculous. Okay. It has been a little chilly in here, like more chilly than usual. Like it kind of gets down to 64, 65 sometimes, because my landlord apparently decided that we're not really doing like normal heat this year, which I'm pretty sure like New York state law says that you have to be at like 68 or above, but whatever. I don't mind the cold. I'm not complaining. If it's 64, 65, whatever. I'm a knitter. I was born for this. I was made for this. I started doing, I have these 2 yarns. They're both vintage yarns. Check out that Red Heart label. This is Red Heart Symphony, and then this is Lion Boucle. Well, you won't be able to read this because it's backwards, but these are both vintage and discontinued, and I bought them from, there used to be this amazing shop called Smiley's. Now, when I first started knitting, let me just show you this. I'm making leg warmers. I don't think I mentioned that. I'm making leg warmers. I specifically bought these yarns for the purpose of making leg warmers, by the way. There used to be this amazing shop called Smiley's here. Excuse me. And they were in some godforsaken part of Queens. I'm honestly not even sure what the area is called. It was off the J train. around like 85th Street, like way, way out there. Now, at the time, I lived in Harlem, which is in Manhattan, in northern Manhattan. Now, as the crow flies, it's only a couple of miles. It's probably like a straight line from where I was in Harlem to that part in Queens, maybe like 8, 9, 10 miles. Like not that big a deal. However, because this is New York City, nothing is in a straight fucking line. So I would have to get on the train and take like 2 or 3 trains to get there. The thing is, Smiley's was only open on, I forget, I think it was like Fridays and Saturdays, or maybe it was Saturdays and Sundays, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I forget. Uh, and they were only open until like 5 or something. And at the time, I was working for a music promoter, so I was like pretty much nocturnal. So what I would do is I would wait, I would just stay awake to be young and obsessed again. Man, I don't think I could do that now. I would literally stay awake and then like get on the train at 8 o'clock in the morning and go all the way out to the ass end of Queens to go to Smiley's. And it was just this magical place. It was really heavy on the novelty yarns, like you just saw with the symphony and the boucle. And they also had they had like Rowan yarns occasionally. They had like weird Italian yarns. But everything was like super freaking cheap, like $1 and up. So I don't know if it was like just plain discontinued yarns. I don't think some of the yarns were discontinued. I don't know where they got all their stuff. They also used to have these sales every year that I never got the chance to go to one. They don't exist anymore. Although maybe the sales do. Hold on, I'm going to look this up as I'm talking to you because I'm really curious. Because I feel like I saw something recently that they're still doing the Manhattan sales. I think they might still be getting rid of like dead stock, so they do like twice a year, or maybe once a year in November. I think they rent out like a hotel ballroom type thing, and then. Okay, let's see. Hold on, let's check the Super Bowl score too. Oh, the Patriots finally scored, but we're at 19-7, and I don't. That's not looking good. I don't think the Patriots are gonna win, you guys. Anyway, Smiley's yarn. They're not even. I don't think their website is up anymore. Oh, the website doesn't even exist anymore. Yeah, they were at 9206 Jamaica Avenue in Woodhaven. But it doesn't, no, it doesn't look like they're doing their Manhattan sales anymore. Which is a shame because you could find some really interesting stuff there. Anyway, where I was going with that is that I specifically bought those yarns for the sole purpose of making leggings. Not leggings, leg warmers. Oh, God, that would be like. I don't know if I could handle leggings made out of those yarns. Leg warmers. So, yeah, because I've noticed that when it gets to a certain point of chilliness in here, that the area just below my calf muscles kind of gets chilly. And I have never in my life really thought to myself, hey, I should wear leg warmers for functionality and not just because they're cute. So it was a good thing that I had the foresight all those years ago to buy that yarn, and now I'm going to have cute leg warmers. So anyway, I have rambled on long enough. We are almost at 20 minutes, and oh, I wanted to tell you what I am thinking of doing for the future. So in addition to the Halloween advent, I am going to release every single colorway as a full size. I just haven't had the chance to start that yet. I am also still going to finish that painting at some point. I'm sorry I haven't done that yet either. I gotta like get my head into painting mode again at some point. A friend of mine the other day sent me a really cool thing on Twitter where it's the names of the months of the year if Latin wasn't a thing. So it's just like all old English words for the months, and I thought that would be a really cool Advent theme. I could do like it wouldn't be a vintage Advent, it would be like a a Middle Ages or Dark Ages. I guess it'd be like Dark Ages. It'd be like a Dark Ages themed Advent with I could do like I could do poems in Old English maybe. I don't know. I think that sounds really fun. I'm going to have to hunt down the graphic again and then do some thinking about it, but I think that's a really cool idea. Pretty sure that's something nobody has done yet. So that would be new and unique and novel. Not quite sure what the accessories to go with it would be yet, but if there is one thing about me, I am super duper creative and I'm sure I could make it work. And I'm sure I could get totally obsessed with it. So I think that is something I'm definitely going to give a go. I don't know Old English, but I am willing to learn. I think this could be a really fun project. So let me know how you feel about that in the comments below. If you would like to see an Old English Dark Ages Advent, the colors would certainly be very interesting. Very, very interesting in a definitely not modern sort of way. We're not going to have any like flashy purples or neons or anything, that's for sure. So, anyway, that's something I've been thinking about lately. And I think that's about it. I'm going to be at some point, probably over the next week. I have 4 beautiful skeins of lace weight that I've dyed as misfits with leftover yarn. Some have been dyed and then re-dyed and then glazed with other colors. Occasionally I wind up with the dyeing process, I wind up with like leftover dye and I don't want to waste it and just pour it down the drain. So I'm like, all right, well, nobody's bought lace weight recently and I have a ton of lace weight, so let me just dunk that in there. And it's not always lace weight. Like sometimes I'll have whatever base and then I'll just be like, oh, I have a ton of this left over. Let me just stick that in there. So the thing is, though, there's 4 of them, and they're 1,308 yards each, so that's a lot of winding. It's on the to-do list, though. It'll get done this week. They're really beautiful colors, if I do say so myself. One is like an earthy purple, one is like a teal and blue, one is like a almost glowy, vintage bluey yellow, and I think the other one is like a burgundy maroon sort of thing. So if you've been hankering for a one of a kind lace weight skein, they're on the horizon just for you. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Anyway, I think that's it. I've rambled on enough. We are over 20 minutes at this point. Sorry for that. I hope everybody is staying warm and cozy, and I hope you are having a wonderful winter, and I will see you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.